What's up, everybody? BMF Season 2, Episode 6. Southwest T finds himself in the middle of some relationship drama issues. I don't even know what to call it at this point. His baby mama, LaWanda, has a bag packed with his belt, his chain, I think his shoes, his jacket, and his brush, maybe a couple other items, but it's really strange, and I'm not sure exactly what she plans to do with this bag. I'm gonna get back to that in a minute. But at the beginning of the show, we saw T getting back, and he was asleep. LaWanda comes in, she sees the money on the dresser or whatever, something to indicate that T is back in the game, and she goes and takes T's belt out of his dresser and hides it, I guess. I was thinking that, she was cheating on T while he was out of town in Georgia, and she had a man's belt in the drawer. She had to get out real quick before he finds it and knows she was cheating on him. But that was not the case, because when they were going to take their family pictures, he was looking for his belt and said he needed that belt in order to look cordial for these pictures. He wasn't trying to have his pants falling down. And she acted like she ain't know nothing about that belt. So I have a theory about this I'm going to get to in just 1 minute. But on top of that, T picks up Markeisha. He runs a light because, he's not riding dirty or nothing. He's just trying to get to her because Boom had them put her and her kids out in the rain. So he's trying to rush to get to Markeisha, and he runs a stop sign or a stop light, and Detective Bryant and Detective Jen just happen to see him do that, and they recognize that it's Terry Flannery, so they decide to follow him. And they see him picking up Boom's wife, Markeisha, her kids. They followed him all the way back to the hotel because he took them to the hotel. Obviously, he can't take him to his place because his baby mama LaWanda's there. So he takes him to the hotel. That him and Markeisha go to the bedroom and they get down, but obviously they got a window or something open while they doing it. Only God knows why they got a window open while they doing that. But Detective Bryant and Detective Jen have followed them, and they got the hotel room across the way, and they are actually spying on them. They're like taking pictures of Terry and Markeisha in the middle of the action, and they said they are going to use these pictures to manipulate the situation in order to try to get control and leverage on Southwest T, because we seen they lost that on B Mickey. He tried, but his conscience got the better of him right at the last minute. I'll get into that in another video, but they're trying to go after T now, and I don't think it's going to work, but they definitely have the ability to cause some even more problems in his life now with his baby mama, LaWanda. So that gets me into LaWanda. So after he goes to take the family pictures, he drops her back off and he gets out of there. Oh, hold on. Let me backtrack just 1 second. So Markeisha, once they get done handling business, ask Terry, does he got someone else? Why can't she come to his place? And he tells her, basically, my baby mama and my son is there, but I'm just taking care of them, supporting them financially at this point. I don't really have feelings for her anymore. And we know that's true because even in the first episode of the season, right after he got done taking care of business with LaWanda, he was daydreaming about Markeisha. So he had been kind of lost interest and had another woman, but some people could stay in love with the one and then fall in love with another. I guess he kind of has moved on from LaWanda at this point. I mean, there's a Bible verse, you can't love two masters. I guess it's not really two masters, but he's done moved on from LaWanda But Markeisha says that Terry needs to leave the hotel because he's not in a position financially to take care of her and her children. And as bad as Boom is, that at least she's financially secure with him. So Terry going to come up a little bit more to get ordered in order to be able to pull Markeisha. He going to be big time balling. He can't be balling on no budget. That gets me to, he gets home, dropping LaWanda off after the pictures, and the mama has suspicions that T don't have feelings for LaWanda anymore, and she asked LaWanda, how do you feel about this? And LaWanda's, I don't know. And the mom said, well, you know what to do then. And so LaWanda walks into the room and grabs a bag full of T's stuff. His brush, his chain, I remember that, his jacket, I think maybe his shoes, a couple more items in a bag. And she tells her mama about all the stuff she got. And her mama had an evil, wicked smile on her face. I think these two women are plotting on some evil, manipulative stuff on T that we've already seen begin to play out. So there's a couple theories that could be playing, that they could be doing here. She could just be putting him out with nothing. Like, this is all I'm giving you: one jacket, one pair of shoes, your chain, your brush. So that could be a possibility. She could be putting him out on the streets with absolutely nothing but that little bag full with a couple items in it. But I don't know if that's exact. It doesn't seem like that is the plan. I think they possibly could be putting that bag together to try to frame Terry for a crime, to try to set him up for a crime. I'm not sure. But it was very interesting because yesterday I come across this word called gaslighting. And it's basically where you try to manipulate someone's perception of reality in order to gain control of them. So basically you're trying to make them question the events that they do in life and change their perception of what they know is to be truth. So this could be a manipulation, and they do this in order to gain control over somebody. It could be a spouse, a boyfriend, a girlfriend. You could see it done in the workforce. But this is obviously something LaWanda might be trying to do in order to gain control in the relationship over Terry some type of way. It's called gaslighting, and meaning what we've seen her already do it once. We see, because T was looking for his belt, and he said, I know my belt was in here. And LaWanda plays it off like, I don't know, I ain't seen your belt. Like acting like he kind of crazy, like, I don't know what happened to your belt. And she could be like, well, it's just me, my mama in here, and you. So me and my mama ain't touched your belt. So what are you talking about? Knowing she touched his belt. But what she's trying to make him do is question his perception of reality and maybe think he might be crazy or something. So now his chain's missing, his brush is missing, and all these things might be missing, and he's going to start finding all these things gone one after another. And she's going to play like, I don't know anything about this stuff, knowing she's the one who took the stuff the entire time. This is a form of manipulation called gaslighting. And when I discovered it, I really couldn't believe people are so evil they act, because, I mean, from someone who's from the streets, I mean, you're used to some stuff and some snaky people, but I mean, when I discovered this and how people use it to emotionally abuse people, mentally abuse people, psychologically abuse people, I said, man, this is a whole nother level of dirty right here. And just as I got done seeing about that night, the same night, I turn off, I stay up late. I normally go to bed and watch it in the morning, but I actually stay up late to watch the show. And I literally see this same topic might be getting played out on the BMF show. And it was crazy. I'm not saying that's for sure what she's doing, but I'm saying I don't know what she's doing. But the way her and her mama was looking and talking, I don't know. It seems like they on some truly evil, wicked type stuff. So that's my thoughts. It could be her putting her out. It could be her trying to set him up for something. Or it could be her gaslighting him to manipulate his reality to try to gain control over him. Since she's losing her grip of, because she had control over him in season 1, which we kind of seen this already starting to play out when she took his son away in order to try to manipulate to go to New Jersey or Philadelphia, wherever they went for a couple months to try to manipulate Terry to get out the game. So we've already seen this kind of play out once. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think LaWanda is up to with that bag she has with some of T's things in it.